NBC Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They go with White on the counter. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. This defense for the Falcons, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Second down, Howell back to pass. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go up.
And it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
That throw by Brady incomplete. Well, that's not the way you want to start. First pass attempt and a first drop ball in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. A shotgun give to Fournette. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points with the way that they're moving the ball.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are going to have it here at their own 15. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all. That's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The drive starts with a run by White. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And Howe will throw it. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Up the gut, Fournette. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady. A pass underneath for Fournette. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
A quick throw by Brady, complete. Touchdown! Julio Jones with career touchdown number 70. And the Falcons use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Jonathan Abram picks it. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Still in the first quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown. Then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out, still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up first and 10. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Faking the handoff. Howell out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Arnold Ebiketie able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And taken right on the 30. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be Falcon football.
Take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Throwing on first down is Brady. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. That's a step in the right direction defensively here, because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction. And that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them. And now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 32-yard line. That third down conversion good for 23. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Fournette on the counter. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Again, it's Fournette. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
2nd down and goal. Brady. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Powell. He completes this to Russell Gage. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This is Smith with a grab.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the gun on 3rd down, Howell. Open man has got it. It's complete. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Howell. Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate, that was just incomplete.
So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. They'll run. This is White. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Rashad White. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with a 21-7 lead already in their hip pocket, probably not a time to get too creative or inventive here. We'll see. And Brady's throw there, incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Brady. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on the first 2 throws has them hovering up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
This time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
try to pick it up on third.
And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Here's Jake Camarda now.
This is taken around the 12. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. On first down, Brady. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play. And that's going to bring up second down. Here's Brady to throw. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. Fournette running wide side. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy quarterback.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
Now Brady bounces forward on the jet sweep. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back in the 46. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Brady. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 22.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Brady's throwing to the hands of Pitts here. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here. These last few plays, they have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up for the first and goal.
Jet sweep. Here's London. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be second and goal coming up.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Fournette will score. Touchdown Atlanta.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Opting to run again here with White. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out of the gun, it's Howell. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
First down, Howell to throw. Smith catches left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. And that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And they go play action with Howell. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Falcons are going to get it back here just past the 35. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
That throw by Brady incomplete.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
To throw is Brady. This complete to Jones. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Brady now to throw. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Falcons on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. A throw there, but
but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
On first down, Howell.
And he fires one incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
2nd and 10, Howell.
He's got Smith here. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 32-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Keanu Neal.
And the Falcons are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it. I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
They'll run with Patterson.
Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation.
And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield, and the Falcons grab it, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Howell to the air on 1st and 10. Right side, Thornton with it. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Hard to believe his first catch of the game. Defensively, they bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Another throw for Howell.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Falcons force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
We'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Third down, here's Patterson. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And they will take a knee here. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Atlanta, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans.